edition of Did You Know Doctor Who, or what you may or may not know about Doctor Who. This time we're going to have a look at another 5th Doctor story, Black Orchid. I hope you enjoy. This is the first full historical since the Highlanders. There was an idea to make Black Orchid a 6-part story, but production was against longer stories and thus this never came to be. Peter Davison and Janet Fielding disliked this serial due to the lack of sci-fi and found the script to be quite mediocre. Despite that, Part 2 garnered over 10 million in viewership and was a huge critical success, being the highest rated in the Peter Davison era. Working title for the story was The Beast, but the scriptwriters hated the title, so they changed it. As other stories in this series focused on other characters, this story focused on Nyssa. This is the first 2-parter since the Sontaran experiment. The weather deteriorated over the course of filming, meaning the actors had to perform in the wind and rain. Ahmed Kali had to have his lines voiced over as he had a lip disc. While other stories mention the Doctor enjoys cricket, this is the only time the Doctor ever plays cricket. The scene where George Cranley plummets off the roof went horribly wrong, with stuntman Gareth Miles missing his cushioned target and striking the ground with his legs, the sound of which is clearly audible in the finished programme. 2 scenes in which George secretly watches Anne while she's in her bedroom had to be cut due to disputes behind the scenes. Sarah Sutton's stunt double was used for Nyssa and/Anne, and to hide this fact when both were on screen at the same time, they had a specific butterfly costume to cover the face. However, there was an issue with Sarah Sutton's stunt double, as she was taller than her. And that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Black Orchid is certainly an interesting 5th Doctor story. It's certainly a slower story, as it's not really sci-fi and it's not got a lot of running and jumping and any sort of action for that matter. It's more of a murder mystery, and I don't mind that. But I do sort of understand why Peter Davison doesn't like this story. It is definitely a, well, not really Doctor Who-ish story. It's a murder mystery and that's it. It really should have been its own sort of story in some separate program. That said, it's still an enjoyable story and I think it's certainly a colourful story, but it is very short and the murder mystery isn't really that, well, mysterious to say the very least, as it's very obvious who it is. However, I hope you enjoyed this Did You Know Doctor Who, and I'll see you next time.